Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're here today with another Superz.budapest video. I decided to do a top 10, round up some of my favorites. A little impossible because there are so many from this house that are just amazing, but I try to do my best. I picked the 10 in my collection that I gravitate towards the most that I think are just the best executed, just my top recommendations from the house. I've been getting a lot of requests to try different fragrances from this brand because, as I'm sure you guys know, this house has been getting so much attention online lately, and for a very good reason. So we're gonna start with number 1. This is a fragrance that I literally gasped when I smelled it for the first time. I got a sample of it and it immediately became one of my new favorites from the house, especially as a woman, a fragrance that I would wear myself, because I feel like there's a lot of fragrances from Superz that are unisex. There is a collection that is based more towards women, but I feel like generally it's a lot of more masculine leaning scents. This one here is perfectly unisex and it is Mystery Saffron. This is the perfect fragrance for anyone out there that loves saffron and rose. This is exotic, really delicious, very vibrant rose mixed with a really nice spicy clean saffron. It's not a super metallic rose. It kind of mixes with this black currant note that gives it more of like a jammy sensation. But more than anything, the best way to describe this is velvety, very silky smooth. You're going to get that saffron right from the beginning, this really nice kind of spicy floral opening. It has iris, cinnamon, cardamom, and a really nice velvety suede leather. It has a really nice sweetness to it. Not subtle, but it's not like an over-the-top sweet type of scent. Not coming from any fruits either. It is a touch musky at the end, very ambery, very oriental feeling. And I like this one as well because it's not smoky at all, and it gets spicier as it dries as well. As you get down into the mid and the dry down, that saffron comes out even more, really jumps out at you, really takes that center stage. It's really intoxicating. It's just one of those scents that you will get people asking you what you're wearing. It's just like, how can you not compliment Mystery Saffron? It's impossible to walk past anyone and not just grab their attention with your fragrance because it's just so different and so good. This is really the perfect fragrance for anyone that loves the note of saffron. And for myself, like what I like to wear, this is one of my absolute favorites from the house. It is so stunning. Mystery Saffron really floored me when I tried it for the first time. I was instantly in love, obsessed, and I needed it. And I got it. Really, really good stuff. So the next one that we're going to be talking about is a fragrance that I actually had no intention of trying, but so many of my viewers were commenting in my live chat saying, Erica, you need to try this fragrance because they know, if you watch my videos, that one of my all-time favorite fragrances for a man is Apple Brandy on the Rocks by Kilian. And because it kind of shares a little bit of similarity in the notes, just looking at the notes, you think that they would be similar. Everyone said that I needed to try Sunday. You guys were so right. It's here on my top 10 of my most favorite fragrances from the house. But I wouldn't really say that these are that closely related, maybe like distant cousins with the same kind of scent profile. This definitely goes in a different, more oriental direction that, you know, Superz always does with their fragrances. They really find a way to put a nice kind of Middle Eastern twist, but in a really high quality type of way. And it's definitely here in Sunday. So it opens very boozy and green. Was not really expecting so much of a green accord in the opening, but I guess just from the color of the bottle, we should have guessed, right? You get a dry vetiver and a very tart green apple. A little bit of booze. It's really not an over-the-top type of booze note. It's just kind of like sprinkled in there. It actually just kind of gives it more of this aura of feeling like a spritz, like just a nice, refreshing, light cocktail. It's not like a heavy, thick, boozy rum, whiskey, or even like a heavier vodka type of note. It is very airy, and the booze is not like super dense in this. You might even miss it if you weren't looking for it, but it does give it this really nice, sparkling, bubbly feel, like this really nice green bubbly cocktail. It has a lot of florals in it that lift it up, like violet, jasmine, we have vanilla in the base. It's very green, but it's not green in a very harsh kind of grassy way. It's more in like a very nice kind of green floral way mixed with that vetiver. You get some rose, patchouli, and some woods. It feels classy, like a really nice kind of upper scale afternoon event, like you're going down to a horse race or like a nice tennis match or like a polo match. I think that's better than the racetrack. You're going to a nice polo match with a brunch on Sunday. It's sweet and it's smooth. It's really the best way to describe this scent. It's not as boozy as I was expecting, but I do really like this uniqueness and this really nice aromatic vibrancy in Sunday. Very transformative as well, just like all of the fragrances from Superz Budapest. That's why I think that the house as a whole is a really great value, because you're getting a very niche experience for like a quarter of the price generally of normal niche fragrances, and on top of it all, it performs really, really well. So you're getting the performance, you're getting the blending, you're getting that niche experience for a really great price. Really, really good stuff. Thank you once again, everyone that told me to try Sunday. You were so right. So next we're going to talk about SOHO. This is another scent that has been getting a little bit of traction on the internet lately. And this fragrance is unique. This is perfect for the spring and summer. One of the tops from the house, I must say. This is so good, guys. It's coconutty. And I get some sort of kind of similar vibe of Morocco, like some sort of piece of Morocco's DNA is in SOHO. It's coconutty, it's ambery, it's musky. We have tobacco, elemi, saffron. It's kind of like an even classier niche version of Le Beau Le Parfum. Like it has that same kind of like coconut tonka bean combination, but it's not as like, I like Le Beau Le Parfum. I'm not going to say anything bad about Le Beau Le Parfum, but this is just a little more refined feeling and much more accessible as well. That fragrance has gotten harder and harder to find. I think it's been discontinued, and the prices, of course, when things are discontinued, always go up. So I think this is a better value anyway. It's spicy and it's sweet. There's nutmeg and tonka bean. It is gourmand. Definitely the most gourmand that we've talked about so far. It's very warm and cozy, a great unisex scent, kind of in the realm of something like Starlight by Xerjoff. A little bit different, but in that same, like you'll get the same idea from them both. It's woody in the base. That coconut tonka bean combination is gorgeous. Mixed with the spices, is really well balanced. Something that I think you'll hear me say a lot in these reviews. An amazing coconut fragrance for a man. Really interesting, something a little bit different, mixed with this really sexy, sensual side. Like this is amazing, guys. SOHO. Unisex, but leaning just slightly masculine because of that tobacco and the spices. I would wear something like this, but it would have to be the right time. This is more something that I would recommend on a man for sure. So if you want something that's coconutty but very manly, SOHO is the one for you. So next up we have Gentleman. I've talked about this one before. This is going to be another fragrance that features tobacco, but in Gentleman, unlike SOHO, it's going to be the star of the show. It's going to be what you get, the main accord in Gentleman. You can see even on the plate there is a pipe of tobacco, tobacco pipe. Versus in SOHO, it was a little more like coconutty, spicy. This is going to be more tobacco dominant. This is sensual. Like this is the definition of sensual. This smells like you're just stepping into this very luxurious, like New York City jazz club. Like it just has all that aura and mystery that you would picture in a jazz club. It's sweet, but there's something a little bit bitter about it. Something with the tobacco, like a bitter sweetness. We have cacao, there's spices and woods and vanilla all under this really nice spiced pipe tobacco. It's powdery, even just a touch ashy. It smells very rich. It's so good. It is really gorgeous. Very mysterious aura about you, and people are going to be questioning like, what is that guy's story? It's just that type of scent that is going to hypnotize everyone around you and definitely get their attention. Kind of draws people into you, I think. At least with me, I love it. If you love cacao and tobacco but done in a very manly way, perfect. Gentleman, it is sexy. Really sexy. So I know that some of you guys are getting a little sweaty, a little worried, like why hasn't she talked about Smesh yet? Guys, come on. Of course I'm going to include Khamzat Smesh. This is a fragrance that just captured my heart and my attention from the very start. Made me fall head over heels in love. This scent is just everything to me. It smells like the perfect Renaissance man, like the type of guy that can just do everything, the type of guy that you have in your life that just, you don't have to worry about anything. Like if there's an issue, you can call him up, you know he's going to have the answers, just someone you can rely on, you know? But he still keeps it fun, sexy, flirty, you know what I mean? Like it's just, guys, smash, 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 smash. I've been saying this from the beginning. The perfect kind of do anything, go anywhere type of scent. So versatile and just has so many facets to it that just, it's what makes it really perfect to just put in any different situation. It's aromatic, it's earthy, it's elegant. You have this really juicy, sweet, kind of zesty blood orange mixed with a neroli note that makes it very like puts a little bit of a floral touch in a very elegant way. But at the same time in Smesh, you're going to get these really nice kind of modern fougere vibes. Nothing old school smelling about this. It's very modern and it mixes with a cashmere note, which is just what takes it up to the next level. Like just cashmere just does something to a scent, really elevates it, makes it very smooth, very luxurious, and very like high quality smelling as well. And then at the very bottom of the fragrance, you have this really nice kind of earthy dry vetiver. It is really complex, very well rounded. All of these notes just work so well together, and I'm obsessed with the cashmere. Perfect year-round fragrance. You could wear this day, night, any season. It's going to work and you're going to smell absolutely incredible and better than anyone else around you. So, so, so sexy. This is my number one from the entire brand. I absolutely drool over Khamzat Smesh. It's the number one from the house and I will die on this hill. So good. So next we have a fragrance for my citrus lovers. We have Whoosh, nice orange plate here. It's fresh, it's juicy, it's zesty, very refreshing. Just what you get with the color of the plate and the bottle, it's what you're going to get with the scent. Says everything that you need to know. So fruity and musky. It's really, really good. This is like you're just taking a giant gulp of the most refreshing fruit juice. It's kind of like in the realm of something like Herba Pura. Not a copy whatsoever, don't even get that in your mind, but it has that same kind of like fruit cocktail, kind of musky type of scent, but it's not like Herba Pura in the way of, that to me is a little more like pear, like a berry vibe. This literally smells like a can of like Dole fruit cocktail, like that pineapple, cherry, like maraschino cherry. Just picture the juice in the can of the fruit cocktail. That's literally what this smells like, mixed with a really nice musk. This has citrus and honeydew, a very, very realistic honeydew note. Probably the most realistic and forward honeydew note that I've ever smelled in a fragrance before. You have peach and orange, a nice tart orange, and apple as well. Just in this category of a really nice, fresh, fruity scent, this knocks so many more expensive options out of the park. It's really everything that I wish that Herba Pura would have been. Herba Pura is not my most favorite fragrance on earth. It's not something that I own or like have sought out to get or to buy or to have in my collection. It's just, it wasn't really for me. There's something about it that some people get and some people don't. There's kind of like this screechy kind of molecule feel that some people get, myself included, in Herba Pura. This is the perfect alternative for you if that is something that bothered you about Herba Pura, but you want that same kind of similar vibe. This doesn't smell exactly like it. It's a different type of fruit basket, but it's going to have the same type of feeling, but just more smooth, doesn't have that screechy molecule feel. Smells like summer vacation. This is the perfect fragrance for the upcoming warmer months. Whoosh. And whenever someone asks you what you're wearing, you can say Whoosh, which is always fun, right? So another fun, fresh, kind of summery fragrance, we have Flamingo Fizz. Very fun and outgoing, bubbly. This has a really nice champagne note. And this is the type of scent profile that I love. Anything that has that kind of bubbly, kind of champagne-y vibe. Even though I don't really drink, I like to smell it in perfumes. Things like On a Date by Maison Margiela or Pink Me Up by Atelier des Soeurs. That type of scent profile gets me excited. Like, it just puts me in a good mood. It really just feels like something that is going to enhance the night, you know? Like, it's just gonna put a smile on your face, and that's definitely what Flamingo Fizz does for me. Smells like the life of the party. It is feminine, but it's very chic. Green citrus. This is also very tart. You get something like a pineapple note in here, pineapple juice with mixed berries, and as it dries, the base notes come out more and more. It gets less sweet, it becomes a little more resinous. We have benzoin and olibanum, a nice earthy vetiver in the dry down. This is more experimental, but a very fun, like, going out type of scent. This is for the type of guy that just wants something a little more like pushing the boundaries of things. You don't want something that is over the top feminine, but you don't want something that's so dark and masculine either. And this also kind of has the feel that if you were to spray it on a man's skin, it would become a little bit more masculine, because there is something about this, very musky, and it is kind of like an animalic musk that I think would work really sexy on a man's skin. Like, kind of amplify this kind of like sexy pheromone man musk type of scent. If you like the idea of something that is kind of fruity, champagne-y, with a little bit of a very nice musky undertone, Flamingo Fizz is a great one. So now we're taking it back to the dark side with Memories Gold, the dark gourmand side. This one is going to be borderline edible. Vanilla and honey with caramel. It's silky, it's a little creamy and lactonic, but not too much. Don't let that scare you away. I don't really get a very strong milky vibe from Memories Gold. I just get more of this creaminess. It's a touch nutty, even a little bit like saffron. Woody as well with some musk and amber. It's not too sweet, and it's not really feminine either. I think that when you hear these notes, you're going to think of something that is super feminine, girly, but not really. This has a dark side to it, a more sensual, deep dark side. I wouldn't even say that it's necessarily masculine either. There is something about this spice and this and the resins that kind of gives it maybe just a touch of a masculine edge, but it is perfectly unisex. This is a great one for men or for women. Great dimensional gourmand option. I think that this is the type of scent that you could wear because it's very warm and cozy. Like, this is the type of scent that you just want to like Netflix and chill with. You want to like snuggle up. You want to smell this on a man's neck. There's nothing better than smelling this on a man's neck. I think that you would create some really nice scent memories with Memories Gold if you catch my drift. Anyone that wears this, man or woman, is going to smell very yummy, very delicious. It's a great wearable gourmand, just sweet enough, very nice and balanced with a nice interest. So next up we have Morocco, of course. I bet you thought I was going to skip out on Morocco, right? Definitely not. This is one that is the #1 from the house in terms of recognition. This is the one that everyone knows about and everyone wants to try. And it's always nice when the scent actually lives up to the hype. Viral online, and the fragrance is actually really worthy of it. This is almond heaven. Lovely spice like pepper, there's cinnamon, something a little exotic, kind of like a star anise note. Cardamom mixed with this really nice almond, vanilla, and amber. This in the Superz.Budapest lineup is definitely more on this simple side, but it's perfect in its simplicity. This is not the type of scent that you would want to be so complex. This is just a really nice, beautiful, almondy, spiced vanilla. It's captivating, very appealing, definitely a head turner because this is a beast mode scent. I will say though, it is not the most unique scent profile on earth. There are a lot of things that would be comparable to this. Altair by Parfum de Marly, Starlight by Xerjoff, things kind of in that realm, but it does the scent DNA very nice. And definitely I would say is the strongest out of the other fragrances that it's comparable to. Really good for what it is. A nice beast mode vanilla, spiced almondy vanilla. It's going to feel very calming, very safe. This is a type of scent that's kind of like a really nice hug, cozy. It's going to get you a lot of compliments and attention just because of its likability. Like, everyone is going to love this scent profile. I think it's actually impossible to dislike Morocco. So we're going to end this list with a fragrance that smells a little bit like Dubai. We have Oud Alfateh, a leathery rose. This definitely has a really strong Middle Eastern inspiration. It's smoky, it's balsamic, heavy dose of myrrh, frankincense, and amber. And this also has a really unique tomato leaf note that is kind of there in the background, Once again, it's not what you would think. Like, you wouldn't pick that out on your own, but once you know it's in there, you can smell it. But it's really artistically done. This has rose and jasmine, oak moss. The leather in this comes out more and more as it dries, but it's not going to be, it's not like a really rough leather. It's not the most beginner, I don't want to say beginner friendly, but it's not the most like easy to wear leather, but it's not too complicated either. It's kind of right there in the middle. This is definitely more of like an edgy, dark type of scent. This is very, very masculine, like super masculine. If you like Khamzat the Wolf, you will love this one. This one is going to be a little more complex and a little more oriental. I actually like this more than I like the Wolf. Perfect oriental, deep, dark leather. For people who want something a little bit on the heavier side. This takes me straight to Dubai mentally and emotionally. And now I really want to go there physically. So that was really hard to do. My top 10 Superz Budapest fragrances, some of my favorites from the house. It's really hard to say my favorites because there are so many that I love. But I think I can safely say that these are my absolute favorites. All of these fragrances are totally beast mode. You're going to get a lot of strength, performance, sillage, projection. None of that is going to be an issue with any of these fragrances. All of these are great values as well, which is why I love the house so much. The performance, the quality, the blending, it's all here and all for an amazing price range. Great unique scents that perform very, very well at an amazing accessible price point. Most of these are going to be around that $100 to $120 range. Plus you can get a discount as well. With Erica 10, you can save 10% and you can get some of these fragrances for around $80. It's really a crazy, crazy good deal, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. What is your favorite fragrance from Superz Budapest and which one are you most interested in trying? I would love to know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.